What if the bombastic bully who branded every critic a traitor and turned the White House into a witch hunt warehouse suddenly watched his own veteran voices, Green Berets, CIA operatives, and combat-tested congressmen like Jason Crow and Mark Kelly rise up in righteous revolt, not with rifles, but with reminders of their oath to disobey unlawful orders, sparking a security scramble and death threat deluge that exposes his strongman shtick as the scaredy cat scam it always was. Imagine Donald J. Trump, the 79-year-old stable genius whose cognitive creases are carving canyons deeper than his deficits, reduced to a raging relic whose Sunday spiral on Truth Social devolves into death threats against Democratic lawmakers. Hang him high if they indict me. Prompting Alyssa Slotkin to quip, the president's remarks indicate instability, erratic, volatile, bizarre. As a bomb threat rocks her Michigan home and MAGA media mutineers like Brett Baer and Jessica Tarlov torch his tantrums from the inside. And here's the satirical gut punch that should send every MAGA minion into a meltdown of their own making. As Trump golfs with Jack Nicklaus in his bizarre sweater vest spectacle, looking like a discount Don Draper raiding Barron's closet, his golden age gospel gurgles down the drain of 3% inflation spikes, 40% turkey price jumps, and a G20 boycott so blatant the G19 declares. Multilateralism delivers, without his disruptive diaper drama, proving the emperor's not just naked, he's unraveling. A dementia-dripping despot whose threats of hanging Dems only hasten his own hanging by the noose of his neurological nonsense, with Chris Goldsmith's On Offense podcast launching like a grenade in the anti-fascist arsenal. America, this isn't a presidency. It's a prolonged paranoid purge, a Sunday spiral where the strongman shtick snaps like a brittle bone, leaving a party in pieces and a nation navigating the nightmare of nukes in noodle arms. Time to talk about the decline that's not just destroying Trump, but endangering us all, from Slotkin's shattered security to Bayer's leaked fury and a veteran vanguard vowing vengeance at the ballot box. The Michigan mailbox that materialized menace on November 29, 2025, wasn't just a bomb threat. It was a boomerang from Trump's own bluster, a karmic kickback where the Oval Office ogre's sedition punishable by death screed against 6 Democratic lawmakers, Jason Crow, Mark Kelly, Alyssa Slotkin, Abigail Spanberger, Mikey Sherrill, and Angie Craig, ignited an inferno of infamy that incinerated his law and order facade, leaving Slotkin's Lansing lair littered with a suspicious package that forced evacuation and FBI fingerprints. Slotkin, the ex-CIA spook turned Senate sentinel whose steel-spined video reminding troops, "You do not have to obey unlawful orders," echoed the uniform code of military justice like a thunderclap in a thunderstorm, didn't flinch. She fired back on MSNBC. The president's remarks are erratic, volatile, bizarre. It doesn't change my feeling about speaking my mind, but obviously, the president took issue with one sentence and called for our death. I think that's inappropriate whether you're Democrat, Republican, or Independent. Inappropriate? Understatement of the undead. A nuclear non sequitur from a nuclear nonagenarian whose hang high howls, retweeting a call to hang them George Washington would, whipped his whipped cream cult into a whirlwind of wickedness, death threats deluging the 6 like digital deluges, Slotkin's security swelling 6-fold, Kelly's Capitol detail doubled, the Capitol Police's threat line lighting up like a Christmas tree on meth. Trump's Truth Social tempest on November 30th? A 2 a.m. apocalypse of all-caps amnesia. Seditious behavior punishable by death. These traitors must be arrested, tried, and hanged for encouraging military to disobey Commander-in-Chief. Punishable by death? The Bonespur braggart who dodged Vietnam now drafts death warrants for dissent. His sedition slur a seditious subversion of the oath he swore to support and defend the Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic, twisting it into a tyranny toolkit where unlawful orders, like Venezuelan boat bombings, 83 dead, war crimes per Southern Command brass, become badges of bravery, and reminders of Nuremberg principles are Nazi nods. Kelly, the fighter pilot father felled by Gifford's gunshot ghost, gut punched back. The president should understand his words carry tremendous weight. Loyalty to the Constitution is punishable by death. Those are serious words from the president. Serious? Seismic, a sledgehammer to the soul of service. Crow concurring. Congress needs to debate before sending sons and daughters into conflict. This president doesn't want that process. The sixth video? A vigilantism vaccine. Vaccinating against the venom of orders like Hegseth is lethal kinetic lingo for extrajudicial executions. Holy's resignation, a holy hell no to the horror. Satirical sting. The "you're fired" foreman who fired Comey for Constitution clinging now fires felonies at Fidelity. His traitors taunt a traitorous treason against the troops he toys with, turning oath into "oh Trump." Emotional eruption. Not legalese, laceration. Veterans vilified for valor. Families felled by fascist feints. Slotkin's shattered sanctuary, a sobering soundtrack to systemic sadism. Vivid vignette. Lansing's lamplit lawn. Slotkin's stoop shrouded in shadows as bomb squad beams pierce the night. The package's peril, a perilous punctuation to Trump's perilous prose. Kelly's kitchen table, a tableau of trepidation where Gifford's ghost guards the guarded. The rot radiates from Richmond's revenge route. Halligan's hasty hire, EDVA enforcer. Virginia vassal vaulted vendetta vanguard. Enemies Comey. Canned Russia rummage. James, indicting issue. Prosecutorial pins pulled, procedural perversions profane fifth. Fitzpatrick's 11 Infernos. Lone FBI lead marinating attorney-client marinade. Halligan's hallucinogenic homilies burden fifth. Miranda Mirage MAGA mist. Procession procedural profanities profane Potemkin. 12th Pestilence. Thou shalt summon indictments secretarial scissors. Thunders Thor's hammer. Frontier fiat flaring. Uncharted territory. Indictment signed never presented. Territory no court mapped. Negligence. Nihilism. Constitutional cut rate cataclysm. People's palisade potentates prosecutors Plato. Halligan hatchet happy hack tit for tat theater. Comey's November 22nd motion maroon monstrosity.